you mentioned about potentially having a few issues with your hips. We did that on camera, right? And a lot of things that what we do here at LDN is to try and to simplify the process of understanding why you potentially have niggles and pain and why you're not potentially performing the level you want to, or how to actually perform better than you currently are. So we created sort of MOTs, we call them MOTs, also analysis, with that in mind. So we want to be able to have people come through our doors with questions, and we want to be able to test them, to bring data into their assessment, and then pick and choose the 2-3 priorities that maybe they should kind of focus on for their current problem over the next 6 weeks, 12 weeks, 3 months towards their goal. So if that's okay, I'll probably kind of put you through a bit of an MOT.
Yeah, absolutely. And for anybody, just to give a bit of background, I've got chronically bad hips, like insanely poor hip mobility. Seen a physio a long time ago who said I've got long femurs, which is the thigh bone. So yeah, I've struggled pretty much all my life with chronic poor hip mobility, and you know, it's kind of one of those things that doesn't impact your quality of life until it does. And I was just giving you examples that I can't ride on the back of a motorcycle because my hips literally won't allow me. And you know, this is something as a health professional that I find a little bit embarrassing sometimes. But you know, I've started to make the moves to improve that. And just to give a real life example, like I have tried so many times to like implement a stretching routine, but I've finally found that doing it in my rest sets in the gym, into like, because when I do my compound exercises like my bench press or my shoulder press, I've got a few minutes there, so I'll just start stretching, and that's been really great for me to start that journey. But just like someone who has 20-30 kgs to lose, I've got a long road ahead of me, so I would love any help in terms of doing that, and again, just like starting with those simple bits to improve, and then see how that can have a compounding impact over time.
So what you're going to do is you're going to basically a single leg hip thrust into the bar is not going to move, okay? And you're going to hold that for 5 seconds, all right? And the point of it is to get to your max power, so you peak force, okay? But expressing it as quickly as you can, as hard, as fast as you can. Okay, we're gonna do 3 tries per leg. Ideally here, hovering.
Hovering.
Yeah.
Oof.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, push it. 3, 4, 5, relax. Good man. I'm gonna go finish the get rid of
left to right on the first try, and then we've got 10% on the second try and 1% on the third try.
Stronger.
So generally left a little bit stronger, but then we have to look at this force production at about 100. Another important thing to look at is the impulse. It's kind of like rate of force development, force per time, okay? Quite symmetrical, symmetrical, and symmetrical on this one.
Okay, nice and steady. Shift on 1, hold it, and jump. Nice. Jump height, very symmetrical. Then we're looking at landing force, how well are you able to absorb the landing and dissipate force when you land. Okay, obviously both the symmetry but also the value. This is about 9%. The value, I would say, could be a little bit better, but it is quite good. Okay. And whenever you go up, I'll start. Cool. Yeah. Perfect.
Is that all right?
That's perfect. Yeah.
We have over-egged it a little bit. Let's see.
I didn't want to say anything, but
let's do it. Usually you don't have the other leg raised. All right, you ready?
All right, let's go.
3, 2, 1.
Hips forward towards me. That's it.
Okay, I've cooked it.
Hold it, hold. You got more, come on. Yeah, no, that's it, done.
Dare I say this is easier?
Yeah, I would say so, than the leg lifted.
Yeah, the leg lift, that was, like usually I would back myself to do over a minute. So
there you go. Keep it going, hips forward, don't drop.
I actually have a call to take at 12, is that maybe all right? I would say more discomfort than pain.
Yeah. Just check in here. yes, a little bit limited here, but not too bad. From a mobility point of view, it's interesting how you kind of utilize your lumbar area, so your lower back, as a way of compensating for that. So you fall into flexion very quickly. When you force into internal rotation or finding more mobility, you're actually potentially putting the hip on more stress. And I probably would recommend things where you are mobilizing the thoracic spine in combination with the hip as an exercise to then help with that. You've got your ability to kind of like reach max strength is a bit delayed, then you don't protect the hip joint through that pop-up sort of thing. What we kind of like potentially work on is might actually be your ability to kind of get to max strength.